You join us for the second half here on Hillz FM Matchday, where the sneaky buggers have started early and United have already scored the second goal. I tell you what, they kicked off 5 minutes late in the first half. Basically, Kevin Thornton has linked up well with Antonio Williams, and the big man who has just come on has scored for Coventry United. So literally, as soon as I press the start broadcast button on YouTube, I just look up and there's the big man knocking it into the net. So I'll tell you what happened, right? First half, they kick off 5 minutes late. So I thought, they've got a 15-minute break, so they kick off 5 minutes late for the second half. They didn't. They kick off bang on time after a shorter break, and Antonio Williams goes and scores. Eh? That's just Cook's luck, isn't it? But we have started the second half now here at the Copeswood Sports and Social Club. Like I say, it is 2-0 now with Antonio Williams scoring, and once again, Kevin Thornton is involved with the goal. Another assist to add to his collection. United have the ball with Jamie Coleman. Tries to lay it off for Thornton, the pass wasn't quite there. United lose possession, but Thornton wins it back. The former Coventry City man, of course, wearing the captain's armband, as Chris Cox is not available for selection today. And Decouri loses it in the midsection. The ball to the right hand side. The ball down the right wing, looking for the number 14 Copeswood man. He can't keep it in. Coleman did well to force him out, and in fact United had themselves a goal kick, which will be taken by Lee Little, who hasn't had too much to do on his first senior start for Coventry United. He's had 3 substitute appearances so far. And there has been a change at half-time. In fact, 2 of them. Looking to see who has gone off for Antonio Williams. I believe it's Brian and Love has come off for Antonio Williams. Also, Tommy Glasgow has been replaced by Pierre Moodim, I believe it is. It is, in fact, yeah, it is Pierre Moodim. So Moodim's come on for Tommy Glasgow, and at left back, Lewis Hudson has been replaced by Abdilia Ali. So Ali has come on, along with Pierre Moodim and Antonio Williams. Coming off, Brian Unlove, Tommy Glasgow and Lewis Hudson. So 3 changes for Coventry United, and I'm sure there are more on the way. Kai Williams is on the bench for today's match, as well as Muzzy Unduna. So I believe United do have 5 available changes. The other 2 will be made a little bit later on. And here is Ali now at left back. Jamie Coleman finds Kevin Thornton, another impressive display from the Ginger Assassin. O'Grady tries a through ball into Antonio Williams. He's shrugged off by a man who was very similar to his height, the left back for Copeswood. He puts it out for a throw. Williams already making an impact from the bench, scoring the second goal just seconds after the restart. Catching us off guard here at Hillz FM Matchday. Unfortunately, we didn't get to announce it. Across in by Thornton, a little bit too close to the goalkeeper there as Williams came in. He was onside, but the goalkeeper got there first. A little bit too close to the gloves of the Copeswood shot stopper. Goal kick straight onto the bonce of Jamie Coleman, the newly shaven bonce. He's said over the summer he's bitten the bullet. He's shaved his head. He's also getting contact lenses as well, so he's accepting his age. He's getting fitted for his Zimmer frame next week. O'Grady picks it up in the middle of the park, looking for some options, and finds Antonio Williams on the right-hand side. In fact, no, he doesn't. Antonio Williams trips as he tries to gather the ball, and the defender lets it go for a goal kick. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Copeswood 0, Coventry United 2. As we've said before, during this game, on aggregate, United won by 13 goals to 0 against Coventry Copeswood last season. A 10-0 win at home and a 3-0 win here last season. 5-0. Oh, sorry, it was 5-0. So actually it was a 15-0 aggregate scoreline. See, we had that many games towards the end of the season. I can't keep up. There was something when I can't keep up with sport. Copeswood take a goal kick here, punted forward. Coleman gets there first. He can't find a teammate. The skipper for Copeswood picks it up, and the ball onto the right-hand side. The right back racing against time to get the ball, and he's done it. Surrounded by red shirts here. It's took a touch of one of them. It's got out for a excuse me, a Copeswood throw. Into the area now, chance for Coventry. Copeswood, and the number 16 striker couldn't control his feet. It's been cleared as the striker looks set to have a shot on goal. And the cross is put in once again, head towards goal. And here's number 9 striker. Brilliant save, Lee Little. Fantastic stop there from the young goalkeeper. Point blank range for the number 9 striker, and parried away by Lewis, who was then able to gather the loose ball. Fantastic shot stopping there from the Coventry United under 21 goalkeeper. Rich Morris, look over your shoulder. You've got some competition for this season. And here come United now, looking to get on the front foot once again. Antonio Williams flicked onto the Corey. Ball down line. Here's Adilia Ali. Kevin Thornton. Cross towards the far post. And the try gets there. Nodded on by Thornton. Oh, just tapped on by Williams. He couldn't get to the ball before the goalkeeper. And that attack is null and void for Coventry United, but they are making some serious attacking moves here. United retaining their 5-3-2 formation, but they're pushing up a little bit more now. The fullbacks still making strides forward. Copeswood still looking for any gap in the United defence. They nearly found one there, but Palmer shrugging the number 16 off, but he's done so illegally. And it will be a free kick. A little bit too far out to have a go. Around 10 yards into the United half. May try one into the area. A wall of Thornton and Decory. He's found the number 5 in space. Cross is cut out. He's also trying to get his way here. Ali made the block. It's clipped by the number 8 on trial for Coventry United. Now Kevin Thornton looking for an option in the centre of the pitch and finds Pierre Moodim. O'Grady. It's took the deflection of a Copeswood man and gone out for a throw. O'Grady loses the ball to the Copeswood skipper this time. And the blue side of Coventry marching forward now. Decory tries to pressure the Copeswood man and does so illegally and pulls him to the floor. And that, you got to say, that has been coming. The yellow card for Jean Decory as the referee puts the card back in his pocket. Copeswood are attacking now. Crossing opportunity from the right-hand side. It's put in. It's headed up by Palmer. It's not quite out, though. It is now. As Decory comes away with the ball. Great defence once again by Elliot Palmer. His brother Keenan, I believe, is... no, he's not on the pitch. He's gone off now. Keenan Palmer has left the pitch. He was only at Coventry United for a couple of weeks after a move from Ashby Ivanhoe, but decided the club wasn't for him and decided to jump ship. He was having a go with Copeswood tonight. Score update from Carrow Road, 35 minutes in, still 1-0. So City losing to a Wes Houlihan goal. A big shout out going out to Paul Murray, who said thanks for the first half commentary, Liam. I'm looking forward to see Kyle Williams play. He was brilliant at the end of last season. Well, in fact, yeah, Kyle Williams was absolutely fantastic towards the end of last year. Put some brilliant displays against the likes of Pelsall, Villa and Lichfield, as well as a couple of others. And really the only issue with Kyle Williams towards the end of last season was his fitness. He does a little bit of running in his spare time and can pick up the odd injury, and the odd hamstring strain or a thigh problem. So that has been a problem for Williams, especially towards the end of last season, but he is fit now, he's ready to go. So you have to look for a third goal and find it! And Coventry United have got themselves a third goal. I believe it was Pierre Moodim who found his way into the area. And I tell you what, Pierre Moodim, especially in pre-season, has really been bringing that attacking side of his game to fruition. Since the start of pre-season, he's been making more forward runs, more mad dashes towards the penalty area. We've seen him hit the post a couple of times, but that's his first goal of pre-season and a deserved one. Racing into the area, he fired at the goalkeeper, nothing he could do, and Pierre Moudim finds the net for the first time in pre-season, and that is the third goal for the red side of Coventry. Copeswood 0, Coventry United 3.
One of the Ashby Ivanhoe guys who's gone from Coventry. Huh? Oh, has he? Oh, right.
So Coventry United now 3 goals to the good.
Is he paying for Copeswood?
What's going to happen if
Nickel and Copeswood now trying to make a chance for themselves with a run down the right-hand side. And Palmer comes across a rather forceful challenge. The referee has said no foul. The Copeswood man in disbelief. A goal kick to United.
I think they just let him go. Something's going on with the
United passing it around at the back. Just waiting to pull the trigger and try and find goal number 4. O'Grady has been forced into more of a midfield role at the minute. Striding forward. O'Grady brought down, and Williams brought down as well from behind, and Williams in some discomfort, holding his heel, and the referee, it looks like he's going to take some course of action here. Could be a yellow card. We've been saying there are no such thing as friendly matches. We certainly haven't seen any friendly gestures today, and it is a yellow card to the Copeswood skipper, the number 16. Well, there's the number 6 actually. He was talking to the captain regarding his behaviour, but the number 6 has been yellow carded. And Williams is still down as Kevin Thornton goes over to check on the big man. And Harry Barnes as well, the United coach, with his trusty first aid kit. He's got his uses. Thornton rallying the troops before another onslaught on the Copeswood goal. And Williams is back on his feet. The referee having a quick word with Josh O'Grady. And Harry Barnes is now able to make his way off the pitch along with Williams. Let's hope that the big man is able to come back onto the pitch once his injuries all sorted. So it will be Mr. Set Piece himself, Josh O'Grady. How many free kicks did we see fly in from that devilish left boot of Josh O'Grady last season? He's got 1 goal so far in pre-season. Now we're about to see another one from O'Grady. Oh, very nearly hit the crossbar. It's bounced out. And Ali picks it up now for United. They try and go again, but a cracking effort. And by cracking, I mean he nearly cracked the post. And Muzzy Nduna has come on for Coventry United. He's been forced down. We've only just seen Nduna come on. I'm not quite sure who's gone off. We'll have to try and find out who went off there, ladies and gentlemen. But we can see now that Muzzy Nduna is on the pitch. It may well have been a change for Antonio Williams. Ali. And the referee is called offside. And the goalkeeper getting ready to take the goal kick, so the free kick. And it's the number 8 trialist, the central midfielder, has come off for Coventry United. Muzzy and Duna has come onto the left wing as Copeswood try and make a attack for themselves from the free kick. It's gone straight to Lee Little, who so far has been impressive between the sticks for Coventry United. Just the one substitute remaining for United, and I believe that is Kai Williams, who's not warming up at this time. But Antonio Williams, his namesake, is still on the floor. I do believe there's no relation between Kai and Antonio. Certainly two very different players. Antonio is a big man-mountain striker, and the Kai Williams is a very compact, very skillful, speedy winger.
Some bloke just fell down it. Somebody's just fell. The slabs are dodgy on it, so you can't walk down it. Some bloke fell over.
As we await the goal kick from Lee Little, he's waiting to make sure everything is okay with his teammates, getting ready to receive the ball. Here's Little. Burgess. Here's Brian and Love, who's come back on. So it does look like Antonio Williams' game is over, as Love has made his way back onto the pitch. Here's Kevin Thornton, and puts the ball into the area now for Josh O'Grady, through the goalkeeper, 4-0, Josh O'Grady on the mark. Cracking ball into the area by Kevin Thornton, and 1-1 with the goalkeeper. The one man you want in that sort of position, his name's Josh O'Grady, and he's put it past the goalkeeper. And you got to say his performance so far has warranted that goal, and once again Kevin Thornton at the heart of the action. Coventry Copeswood 0, Coventry United 4. We've had 18 second half minutes and 3 goals. So Terry Anderson's half-time words of wisdom have certainly worked. This is more like the Coventry United we all know and love. There have been some shaky performances in pre-season, as Copeswood come into the area and Palmer able to get it away. A long shot there by the number 9, booted away by Moodham. United trying to stride forward with O'Grady after a little bit of a field battle. Ali. And Duna. There's Kevin Thornton. Dakuri. Passing it around at the back. We've got no reason to hurry. We've certainly seen the best of United today. As I said, there's been a few scratchy performances of Coventry United in pre-season. A simple 1-0 victory at the weekend, a defeat against Chelmsley. Also 2-goal wins over Dudley and Studley. Here comes Thornton now, looking to make it 5-0. Squared it for Josh O'Grady, forced towards the right-hand side, and Love was asking, why didn't you cross it? And it's a throw-in against Coventry United. That took a touch off O'Grady on the way out as the defender made the clearance. But once again, Kevin Thornton is cutting through that defence like a hot knife through butter. His through balls are gifting United opportunities. It could well be going for a 3rd Man of the Match award in 4 games. We'll be naming said Man of the Match in 15 minutes' time. We always name our Man of the Match 10 minutes before the end. So who do you think should be today's Hillz FM Man of the Match? Get in touch on Twitter at MatchdayHills and use the hashtag Matchday MOTM. Copeswood have it with the left back, put into the centre with their skipper as Decory comes in from behind. Remember, Decory is already on the yellow card, he's got to be careful. And Copeswood have themselves a throw on this near side. And the referee is halting the game for a substitution for Coventry Copeswood. Score update from Carrow Road. It remains 1-0 to Norwich City. And that ball down the left-hand side, cut out well by Moodim. O'Grady flicked on towards Unduna. It's found the winger. He's waiting for O'Grady to make the run, but he's found Thornton in the centre. Still Kevin Thornton on to the right-hand side with Moodim into the area. Offside against Unlove, and it found its way into the hands of the goalkeeper anyway. A chance for United taken away by the unmerciful flag of the linesman. But the correct decision, Unlove just about strayed into an offside position. Of course, we've got a great view over here. The linesman's only got one shot at it. They do a fantastic job, as always. Remember, without the referee and his linesman, without the officials of the game, there is no game. As Copeswood have, I believe, what is a free kick on the left wing. But I think it's a throw-in, actually. But no, it is a free kick. We're right in the first place. Now some of the fans decide to make their way to the club bar off home. Not been pleasant viewing for Coventry Copeswood fans, at least. We're still waiting for Copeswood to launch that ball into the box. Getting at least 6 options. And it's put in, and a header there with a number 3, and it's just drifted wide. Cracking effort there from the lanky number 3, the left back. It remains 4-0 Cov United. It's probably the best chance that Copeswood have had since that close range effort at the near post, which is well scouted by Lee Lewis, who's had a strong game in goal. His first start for Coventry United senior team, the under-21 shot stopper. Looking to keep a clean sheet. He's looking good for one at the moment. Coleman blasts it towards the centre circle. Love nearly gets on the end of it, but Copeswood have it back. Ball down the right-hand side, cut out by Jamie Coleman. Now Kevin Thornton. Unduna strides through the centre. He was pressured into an error there, gave away the ball and had to push his way back onto it. He's given away a free kick. In fact, no, it's been given to Unduna. There was a little bit of argy-bargy there, but I thought it was given against him. But Copeswood had the ball back now anyway after United lose it. Moodim intercepts on the right wing. Decory, no nick from behind. And it's gone to, it's a throw into Copeswood. A long ball towards the penalty area. Palmer has to be on his toes on that one. Tried to head back to the goalkeeper. It wasn't the cleanest of contact with the head, but Lewis raced out and grabbed onto that ball with all of his might. And since we saw a shy youngster make his debut against Chelmsley a couple of weeks ago, this kid's made some serious improvement. I think Rich Morris may have some competition next season. Of course, Morris signing a new contract to remain with the Red and Green Revolution. It's a free kick to Copeswood on the left wing. Just about level with the penalty area, crossing opportunity. And once again, the blue side of Coventry crowding the area. Stabbed away by Unduna. Moodim flicked on towards Kevin Thornton. And United have got Copeswood on the ropes there. And Thornton tripped from behind. That was a nasty one. And there was no need for that. He was never going to get the ball. That's got to be a yellow card. In fact, no, the referee has not decided to be a yellow card. If that was a competitive game, it would have easily been a booking. A slide challenge from behind, didn't make any contact with the ball. And of course, tackles from behind are illegal in football for a good reason. Well, of course, Kevin Fordson's been around the box a few times. He's no stranger to a few cynical challenges. Won't make him lose any sleep. And Duna, who lofted up opportunity there just over the crossbar. Saw the goalkeeper off his line, thought he'd have a go. Well done to him for trying, but it didn't quite work out. "20 minutes remaining here at the Copeswood Sport and Social Club." And a quick message from Paul Murphy, who has been listening to tonight's broadcast. Big shout out to you, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. Means a lot. He said it sounds like it's got to be Mr. Thornton for man of the match. And of course, Kevin Thornton has played 3 games so far for Coventry United. He's won 2 man of the match awards. Very close to winning a 3rd last week. It was hit to the post by Lewis Hudson, who went off at half time here. United trying to break forward with Moodim. Josh O'Grady back to Moodim with space on the right hand side. And here comes one of Moodim's dashes towards the penalty area. Still Pierre Moodim. Where has he found this newfound attacking enthusiasm from? Now Thornton. O'Grady! Low and hard into the bottom corner. 5-0 Coventry United. And to the Coventry United fans, can I get an oh my God?
Oh my God!
That's more like it. Hello, chance back. Cracking low drive there from Josh O'Grady.
5-0.
And that is 5-0, a repeat scoreline of the match that we saw in April with Coventry United here at this very ground. So Josh O'Grady back amongst the goals tonight. United have a throw on the left wing. Copeswood thought it was theirs. Convincing display for Coventry United this evening. What more would you expect from the current reigning Midland League Division 1 champions? Of course, we wait to see what happens in the new league season, which kicks off on the 13th of August at Sporting Cowser. And before that, of course, the FA Cup game against Shawbury as a cross comes into the Coventry United area, and it's caught well by Lee Lewis. There's a few contenders in there for today's Hillz FM Matchday man of the match. I mean, Fordson's had a cracking game once again. We've seen Jean Decouri get stuck in there. Josh O'Grady scoring twice. And of course, Lee Lewis with a strong goalkeeping display. We're making that a very tough decision in 5 minutes as Moodham's cross is blocked by a Copeswood man in the area as Unlove was waiting. Of course, Unlove coming back onto the pitch a few minutes ago for the injured Antonio Williams, who's back on his feet now on the touchline as Kevin Thornton puts a through ball towards Brian Unlove, smothered by the goalkeeper. Copeswood looking to create an opportunity there, long ball into the area, he's caught offside. Let's get you a score update from Carrow Road, where I believe they have just going to between Norwich City and Coventry City. Last time we brought you that update, we told you it was 1-0 to Norwich City. Wes Houlihan scoring the only goal of the game at Carrow Road, which sees James Madison go up against his old team for the first time. Judas! And it is 1-0 to... No, just kidding, James. Just kidding, James. Of course, Madison did what he had to do to further his career. Can't say anything more than that, and it is still 1-0 to Norwich City. Wes Houlihan's 9th minute goal, giving the home side the lead. The Canaries are chirping away at Carrow Road. And we are coming towards the end of today's match here at Copeswood Sports and Social Club. 15 minutes to go as a cross is put in and once again caught well by Lee Lewis. Proved himself to be a very capable young goalkeeper, certainly one for the future. With David Allen struggling with a niggling injury at the moment. Still not quite sure what the injury is with Dave Allen. A man who still lets it be known he's unbeaten in 500 minutes of football. And when I say he reminds you of it, he reminds you of it every single time you see him, by the way. But of course with Dave's injury, it allows Lee Little an opportunity in the first team. It's his 4th appearance, his first start. He's proved himself to be a cracking goalkeeper. And like I say, certainly one for the future as Copeswood win themselves a free kick just in front of the dugout. Long ball put into the area, poor control from the Copeswood man. United regain the ball, play it back to Little, who's wasting a little bit of time here with the goal kick. Fires it onto the left wing with Ali, tries to find Nduna, gets it the second time of asking. Back to Ali, he's forced back now to Jamie Coleman. Tricks his way past one, gives himself a little bit of space. Onto the right hand side with Pierre Moodim, who's got a Grady for company. Can't find him. And Decory pushes the Copeswood skipper off the ball and he's got to be careful. He's still on a yellow card. Maybe pre-season, but he can still get sent off. Decory has the ball. It's with Ali on the left-hand side and finds Muzzy Nduna into the area. Fierce shot there by Nduna, far past the post there. It was a decent effort, it just drifted wide. And Nduna's taken a claim to a starting place. A lot of competition in this Coventry United team, especially in the midfield area. We're still yet to see Kai Williams. I don't think he's going to be making an appearance before full time. It's good to see him back on the bench after a short injury layoff. He's a keen runner, he's making a little bit injury prone every now and again. The amount of demand on his body. But it's good to see him back amongst the substitutes this evening. And the score remains at 5-0 to Coventry United. 2 goals from Josh O'Grady, 1 for in love. There's been 1 for Pierre Moodim as well. And also a goal for Antonio Williams. And there's 1 for Copeswood. It's nodded past Lee Little, despite the best efforts of the goalkeeper. It's nodded home by, I believe it was the Copeswood skipper, the number 16, wearing the armband today. That's disappointing for Lee Little because he's been absolutely brilliant. He deserved that clean sheet. Long ball into the area, nodded into the net by the skipper. But you got to say, Little has been incredible so far today, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of this young lad. Copeswood have 1 goal back.
Had a pint of beer in his hand as well. Well, at least they've given him the pint of beer back.
And Little has the ball back now after the kick-off for United. And we now have 10 minutes to go. So it is time, once again, to name our Hillz FM Matchday Man of the Match. And once again, Kevin Thornton putting in a fantastic shift for United, staking a claim to the highly prestigious Man of the Match award. But with 2 goals and an assist to his name, you've got to give it to last season's top scorer. For the first time this season, Josh O'Grady is the Hillz FM Matchday Man of the Match. Copeswood try and find a second with a long ball towards the big lanky left back. It hasn't gone down too well, and United will instead have the throw. Just 10 minutes to go. A pretty well attended match for a pre-season game. 90 fans in attendance. which is usually the regular attendance that you get for a Copeswood home game. We're just a little bit over that in fact. So as always, fantastic support from Coventry United and Copeswood, of course. Just one more pre-season game that happens on Saturday as United travel to Hampton. You can catch that match in its entirety, live and exclusive on Hillz FM Matchday. You won't hear this commentary anywhere else. And that coverage will kick off at 2:45. Then after that, it's the FA Cup fixture with Shawbury, and then the league opener against Sporting Cowser, as Josh O'Grady was brought down there. Another potential foul on, in fact, yeah, there is Kai Williams. Kai Williams has been brought on for Brian and Love. He's taking his place up front with a side parting hairstyle, which I've got to say we haven't seen from Kai before, but he's back in the red and green strip of Coventry United. Good to see him back for United. Appears he's going to be staying for the forthcoming season. No official comment from United so far about Williams' future, but we believe that he's got a deal for the forthcoming season. In fact, it's Josh O'Grady who's come off for Kai Williams. You can still see Brian Love on the pitch there. That's another issue with pre-season games. You don't have a substitutes board either. That's one of the few things that Harry Barnes is asked to do during the United matches, to hold up the substitutes board. You don't get them in pre-season matches. You don't get a team sheet. You don't get a grandstand either. So pre-season can be a rather testing period for a commentator, but it's nearly over now. We're nearly ready to go for the proper season, as United look to restore their 5-goal lead with Unlove. The pass towards Williams, cut out by the Copeswood man. And here comes that huge number 16 now for Coventry. Copeswood striding down the left-hand side, making mincemeat there out of Jean de Coury. He's been able to keep it in though, and it has gone out. In fact, no, it hasn't. It's been kept in. Moodim just about able to get the better of the big number 16. Shrug off another challenge from another Copeswood player. Still Moodim trying to shepherd the ball away from his opponent. Boom, there goes the ball. Hoofed away by Moodim. Tried to get it to Williams, didn't quite find him. But here comes Muzzy and Duna. Coleman retrieves the ball after a failed challenge from the Copeswood man. Here's Elliot Palmer. Palmer striding forward. Where on earth is he going? He's supposed to play at centre-back today. Well, Williams retrieved the ball, but didn't do so without enraging the referee enough to give a foul. So roughly 5 minutes to go before the end of today's match. If you're trying to see this match out, it's been a comfortable performance. Looked like they were going to get a clean sheet until the Copeswood skipper headed one in a few minutes ago. But here come United. The ball to Moodim, not quite what was intended. And another foul there from Jean de Coury. And de Coury's been sent off. Well, you've got to say that it has been coming. He's kept on. He's kept on just chipping away at the Copeswood players. It's been foul after foul after foul for Jean de Coury. He's already been on the yellow card. We didn't see the referee pull out the red card, but he has informed de Coury to leave the pitch. And Terry Anderson is not happy at all. But United are down to 10 men for the last 5 minutes or so. It's been a decent performance from de Coury, but he needs to tone down that aggression side of his game. So United now just passing around at the back, waiting for the final whistle. I don't believe they're going to be pushing too far forward now after Decory received his marching orders. And Brian and Love, and in fact now there's another goal. And the number 9 for Copeswood has put it in. Puts one into the far bottom corner. It was a little bit of hesitation there from the Coventry United goalkeeper. He didn't quite get the ball away quick enough, and it's ended up costing United their second goal. So the score is now 5-2. And much like the game against Studley, United with an impressive attacking display and looked sound defensively until the last 10 minutes. It was very much the same against Studley, looking strong until the 80th minute, and then they just seemed to fall asleep at the back. Let's hope that it's not going to be the same story in the league campaign, because that could well cost United valuable points, as Pierre Mudim has received a rather nasty blow from one of the Copeswood men. He was body checked. Three minutes of normal time remaining. Shouldn't be too much added time here at the Copeswood Sports and Social Club. Impressive display from Coventry United, but once again defensive frailties in the last few minutes have cost them 2 goals, much like the Studley match. As Pierre Mudim receives some treatment just in front of the technical areas. And there could well be another change here for Coventry United as Mudim, the scorer of one of the United goals, and the referees in fact called time on proceedings a little bit early, in fact 2 minutes before the full 90 minutes. Well, Coventry United have shown what they can do, but much like the Studley game, defensive frailties in the last 10 minutes have cost them 2 goals. But the attacking side of United's game has been clear to see. Josh O'Grady back in the groove, scoring twice and setting up the opening goal, which was scored by Brian and Love. Pierre Mudim, who did receive a little bit of a knock towards the end, once again showing that attacking side of his game that we've only recently started to see in pre-season. A fantastic run and a fierce shot. And Antonio Williams kicking the second half off with a goal early on. So the final score here at the Copeswood Sports and Social Club is Coventry Copeswood 2, Coventry United 5. The Coventry United have just 1 match to go in pre-season, and that takes the Red and Green Revolution over to Hampton. And you can catch that match live right here on the Hillz FM Matchday with Liam Cook. We'll kick off the coverage at 2:45 p.m. And once again, all you've got to do is search Hillz FM Matchday in your YouTube search bar. And of course, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Matchday Hillz for anything to do with the show or the club. Exclusive content and news on the official Matchday Twitter account. But that is it from the Copeswood Sports and Social Club. Coventry United still with a little bit to learn before they kick off their season against Shawbury in the FA Cup and then against Sporting Cowser in the Midland League Premier Division. But they are getting there gradually. So a couple of wrinkles to iron out, but Terry Anderson is starting to learn more about his squad, more about his new players. The Red and Green train marches on, and next stop is Hampton. We hope you can join us for that match on Saturday. We'll see you there. From me, Liam Cook, stay safe, stay sporty, and we'll see you at the next game. Thank you and good night.